Hello students, this is Mansi Desai and today we are going to study about zeros of polynomial. Now what is zeros of a polynomial? So the value of a variable x for which the polynomial p of x becomes 0 is known as zero of the polynomial. Means you have given suppose one p of x and at some value of x that polynomial becomes 0, then it is called zeros of a polynomial. We will understand by one example. Say take p of x equal to x plus 2. We have given one polynomial p of x equal to x plus 2. Now take x equal to minus 2. Now we have to take x equal to minus 2. So p of minus 2 equal to 0. Why? Because here you can write minus 2 in place of x plus here this is 2. So the answer is 0. So thus minus 2 is called a zero of p of x. So any value of variable x for which the polynomial p of x becomes 0 is known as the zero of the polynomial. Then it is called zero of the polynomial. Any value of x, with the help of that value, if p of x becomes 0, your polynomial, you have given one polynomial, right? So you have taken some value of x. So for that value your p of x becomes 0, then it is called zeros of a polynomial. Now take some more example. Obtain zero of the polynomial. First, p of x equal to x plus 2. You have given p of x equal to x plus 2. To find zero of p of x, if you have to find 0 of p of x, then you have to take p of x equal to 0. First of all, you have to take p of x equal to 0. Now what you have given as p of x, x plus 2. So you have to write x plus 2 equals to 0 and x equal to minus 2. So your zero of polynomial is x equal to minus 2. You have to obtain zero of the polynomial. Zeros of the polynomial means you have to find a value of x from with the help of that value your polynomial becomes 0. So here what we have find minus 2. Now put minus 2 here, minus 2 plus 2. So polynomial becomes 0. So if we have to find zeros of the polynomial, what we have to do is just take p of x equal to 0 by definition, right? P of x is equal to 0 and our p of x is x plus 2. So x plus 2 equal to 0. So x equal to minus 2. That the zero of p of x is minus 2. It is called zero of p of x. Minus 2 is what? Zero of p of x. With the help of minus 2, your polynomial becomes 0. That's why it is called zero of p of x. Same way, let's take second example, p of y equal to y minus 7. To find zero of p of y, you have to take p of y equal to 0, right? So y minus 7 equal to 0. So y equal to 0 plus 7, 7. Y equal to 7. So our zero of p of y is 7. Got it? Now take third example, p of t equal to 2t minus 1. To find zero of p of t, just take p of t equal to 0 by definition. So p of t is 2t minus 1. Just write down 2t minus 1 equal to 0. So 2t minus 1 equal to 0. So 2t equal to 1. T equal to 1 half. So t equal to 1 half is your zero of p of t, right? Let's take one more example. P of a equal to 3a plus 5. So by definition just write down pa equal to 0. What is your pa? Your pa is 3a plus 5. Just write down 3a plus 5 equal to 0. 3a equal to minus 5. So a equal to minus 5 by 3. So that the zero of p of a is 5 minus 5 by 3. Now you may ask another question like verify whether the value of variable is 0 of the polynomial or not. The value that you have given, already you have given one value. In this question already you have given one value of x. So you have to check this value is 0 of polynomial or not. So you have given p of x and value both. Just you have to check this value is 0 of the polynomial or not. So what you have to do? Just write down this value in place of x. Just write down your value of x in place of x. So 3x minus 11 we have given as p of x, right? Your polynomial is 3x minus 11. So just write down this x equal to 3 by 11 we have given already. So just write down 3 by 11. 3 by 11 means 3 cross 3 9, 9 by 11 minus 11. So here just we have write down 1 in denominator. So answer is minus 112 by 11. You have simplified this and you will get minus 112 by 11. So it is not 0, right? By putting 3 by 11, we have not find 0. By putting 3 by 11, we cannot have polynomial become 0. P of x is not becoming 0. So this 3 of 11 is not your 0 of the polynomial, right? Got it? Now just take another example, p of x equal to 3z minus 11. So you have given z equal to 11 by 3. This is x. So we have given x equal to 11 by 3. So just put 11 by 3 in place of x. So 11 by 3 minus 11. So 3 is gone. So 11 minus 11, we have got 0. So p of x equal to 0 by definition. So yes, here x equal to 11 by 3 is 0 of your polynomial. Why? Because we got 0. We got the p of x equal to 0. Same way, another example, 4x minus 5 you have given. Then you have x equal to 3. So you have to write 3 in place of x. So simplify it. 4 cross 3, 12. 12 minus 5, 7. So 7 is not equal to 0. We are not getting 0 of p of x, right? So here 3 is not the 0 of the polynomial. Same way, p of y equal to minus 3y minus 1. So y equal to minus 1/3. Just put minus 1/3 in place of y. Just put minus 1/3 in place of y. So we getting 0. So here y equal to minus 1/3. So your minus 1/3 is 0 of the polynomial. Why? Because by putting minus 1/3 we are getting 0. So that's why minus 1/3 is 0 of the polynomial. Now again exercise 2.2. It is related to 0 of the polynomial. So question is verify whether the following are zeros of the polynomial, indicate against them. So same example. P of x equal to 3x plus 1. We have given x equal to minus 1/3. So just write minus 1/3 in place of x. 3 minus 1/3 plus 1 equal to 0. So we are getting 3 1. So minus 1 plus 1, 0. So by definition we are getting 0. So yes, this is the 0 of the polynomial. Which one? X equal to minus 1/3. X equal to minus 1/3 is 0 of the polynomial for this p of x. Same way, p of x equal to 5x minus pi. And we have given x equal to 4 by 5. So just put x equal to 4 by 5. We are getting 4 minus pi. So pi equal to 3.14, right? 4 minus 3.14 is not equal to 0. So this is 4 by 5. X equal to 4 by 5 is not 0 of the polynomial. The next, p of x equal to x square minus 1. Now we have given here 2x. One is 1 and minus 1. So we have to check for both. First of all, check for 1. So 1 square minus 1. We are getting 0. So 1 is 0 of the polynomial. Minus 1 square minus 1. 1 minus 1. Minus 1 is also 0 of the polynomial, right? We are getting 0 by replacing x with 1 and minus 1. Same way, you have given more examples in your textbook. P of x equal to x plus 1, x minus 2 and given x equal to minus 1 and 2. So just put minus 1 and 2. We are getting 0. So this is the zeros of the polynomial. Same way, p of x equal to x cube. X equal to 0. We have given x equal to 0. Just write 0 in place of x. 0 cube. Here we are getting 0. So 0 is the 0 of the polynomial. Now p of x equal to lx plus m, and we have given x equal to minus m by l. So just put minus m by l in place of x. So L minus m by L plus m. So L gone, minus m plus m. We are getting 0. So minus m by L is 0 of the polynomial for p of x equal to Lx plus m. I am repeating this statement very often because we have given x and we have to find it is the 0 of the polynomial or not. So we can find it from putting this value in place of x. Again 3x square minus 1. Minus 1 by root 3 and 2 by root 3. Just try it. Try with minus 1 by root 3 and 2 by root 3. So minus 1 by root 3 square minus 1. 3. 1 by 3. Minus 1. If any negative number is there and its square is there, so it becomes positive. So here 3 plus 1 by 3 minus 1, 3, 3 gone. So plus 1 minus 1, 0. Here 3, we have to put 2 by root 3. So 4 by 3. The square of root 3 is 3, right? Square of root 3 is 3. So 4 by 3 minus 1, 3, 3 gone. 4 minus 1, we are getting 3 as answer, which is not equal to 0. So here minus 1 by root 3 is 0 of the polynomial for 3x square minus 1, but 2 by root 3 is not the 0 of the polynomial for 3x square minus 1. Same way, last 2x plus 1, x equal to 1 half. Just put x equal to 1 half in place of x and we are getting 2 as answers, which is not 0. By definition, we have to get 0, but here 2 we are getting, so it is not 0 of the polynomial. Next, exercise 2.2, next question 4 is find the 0 of the polynomial in each of the following cases. Now, in previous case, what we have already have given x value and we have to just check it is the 0 of the polynomial or not by putting it in place of x. If we are getting 0, then this is the 0 of the polynomial, and if we are not getting 0, then this is the not 0 of the polynomial. Now we have to find 0 of the polynomial. How we can find it? So as I told you earlier, we have given p of x equal to x plus 5. Just put p of x equal to 0 because this is by definition x plus 5 equal to 0. So we are getting x equal to minus 5. So your answer is minus 5. Just if you have to check, then check it. Just put here minus 5 plus 5. We are getting 0. So it is right answer. Now p of x equal to x minus 5. X minus 5 equal to 0. Just put p of x equal to 0. So x minus 5 equal to 0. So x equal to 5. Likewise, p of x equal to 2x plus 5. Just put 2x plus 5 equal to 0. X equal to minus 5 by 2. Right? Just you have to solve it. In earlier classes, you just find the value of x. Simple. That way you have to find your value of x by putting 0. 3x minus 2 equal to 0. So what is x? X equal to 2 by 3. Here p of x equal to 3x. 3x equal to 0. So x equal to 0 by 3. So we are getting 0. Here same way 0 by a. So 0. We are giving a of x, a into x, right? And a is not equal to 0. So x equal to 0 by a. X equal to 0. And last question is cx plus d. C is not equal to 0. C and d are real numbers. So cx plus d equal to 0. Put cx plus d equal to 0. Cx equal to minus d. Right? And x equal to minus d by c. This is the x. I hope you get 0 of the polynomial Exercise 2.2, just refer question number 3 and question number 4 for zero of the polynomial.